Good morning. My name is Leslie Williams and I'm in San Diego, California, and I hope you can see me okay. I'm hiking in San Diego County. Today's date is September 17th, 2013, and I just woke up. And my voice is a little bit deep this morning, so I must be congested. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna fly right into the reason why I'm making this video. I'm a target, victim, and activist concerning the criminal expeditions of what is known as organized stalking, which can also be termed as gang stalking. And it's not stalking by gangs. And what organized stalking? I'm going to try my best to just call it organized stalking in this particular video, because I'm trying to get gang stalking out of my language. And excuse me, because I will be smoking my morning cigarette as I'm talking to you. And this is literally one of the most important videos. And I've made over 2,000 videos. Excuse me one second, please. Sorry, but I'm kind of making this video somewhat in a hurry because I got to start my day. I got a lot going on. I'm going to be moving from my hiking area very soon here as a result of being a target of organized stalking. The individuals who are managing this expedition, I believe it's possible that they contacted the property owner to have me evicted from an area that I temporarily moved to try and get away from the harassment that even occurs towards me here at this one. And now you can easily go to Google and type in how, well, I guess I'm gonna have to say gang stalking in this video because in order for you to research this crime, you need to use that terminology as well. But understand, please, organized stalking and gang stalking are the same exact crime. They just got two different names for it. Just like cat and kitten, you know what I mean? So the purpose of this video right now, for strategic purposes, for strategic purposes, I'm not going to say what happened right now on the 8th or 9th of this month. The last time I uploaded a video was on September 4th or 5th, 2013, which is a little bit over 11 days now. And that's because over this last week I have literally had to get out all the property. I took 99% of the property that I've accumulated since I came back to San Diego, California on August 8th, 2011. When I came to San Diego, California, on that date from Connecticut, okay? And I haven't been in San Diego before that date since 2006. So first of all, I guess the first question you can ask me is that the organized stalking and the gang stalking started towards me the very second I got off the Greyhound bus. And I'll just put it to you this way. Was it happening on the Greyhound bus from Connecticut to here? Now, how did they know? The individuals that they got to, the manager who's managing the harassment of me here, how did he know that I was coming back to San Diego County? And do I have 2006 emails saved from when I was out here in 2006, between 1 and 38 days? Do I have email files that were sent from the Point Loma Library in 2006, Point Loma being in San Diego, that describe things that were happening to me, and what I described are organized stalking tactics. Back then I didn't know what was happening to me was called organized stalking and or gang stalking. And in those 2006 emails, in part, they do describe me being harassed by a Point Loma Library staff employee. Library security were involved in the harassment of me, as well as other individuals in that library every single time I went in there. Cyber surveillance, cyber espionage was happening towards me on their computers. That's mentioned as well. And the San Diego police pulled a big, gigantic street theater, which is known, you can Google this term and cross-reference it to organized stalking or gang stalking. And basically what that is where they will stage an event to frame the situation, to frame the result. Okay? And that, in turn, was actually designed, the event was designed in its maneuver, and in its scheme, and then in the maneuvers of the scheme, and the physical interactions and the things that were said were designed by them to motivate me to move back to Michigan, where you would not believe the unconscionable crimes that happened to me in Michigan for the whole time duration between 2006 and August 8, 2011. And how did they know I came back to San Diego County? Since they know for a little fact that they were involved in this event that was staged. And I've already made videos that detail what happened. They know they were involved in it. Now, what is the purpose of this video? Well, just to give you one sidebar notation, the property owner, or the person who is claiming to be the property owner that approached me here on September 8th and 9th, listen to what they said in reference to their excuse concerning why they were on the property and then supposedly discovered me there. The purpose and the reason why they claimed that they were on the property was to water the plants. You should see the area. Total desert. Hang on a second. Now, in 2006, when I was out here between 1 and 38 days, I hiked off of Rosecrans and Nimitz Boulevard just off of Evergreen Road, and I think it was around November 4th, I came down with a migraine, so I had a hard time getting to sleep that night. And then when I woke up, and then I was waking up intermittently during the night, throwing up. The migraine was so bad. And so I overslept as a result of my sleep being disrupted. And I don't know who it was to this day. It was a man. He banged on the wall of my tent and told me that I had to get up and move because he wanted to water the plants. That's right. And he said if I didn't move, that he'd call the cops. So I had to get everything I owned, and I walked up a block and a half from where that was and pitched up a tent inside some bushes. And it was, and then I spent the night there that night, and then the next morning I saw that I was in an area that was too close to houses, so I moved in an area that was just blank. Okay, but there were some houses around it, but it was wide open. It was a blank area. Basically, there was no houses right there where I moved to. And let me feed my bird. And to make a long story short, that's when the San Diego police showed up and pulled their street data. Now, do you see the two excuses here? The same exact literal excuse that they used in 2006, and then the same exact literal excuse they used here. Now, the same exact excuse was used at an event that occurred on February 1st, 2013. Well, it wasn't the same exact excuse, but it was the same exact way. It was an identical to a T. When they pulled a street theater at SDSU on February 1st, 2013, it was the same exact identical type of tactic that they used by the SDSU campus police against me. Not the theme of what they did, but the method that they used to insert the tactic was the same exact one that the San Diego police used when they approached my tent in 2006. So I just thought I'd throw that sidebar in there. Now let me ask you a question. If you're a normal, healthy human being that's got some measure of a good sense of morality and a code of conduct, this is a serious question I'm about ready to ask you right now. What would you feel about any person, let alone a police officer or police officers, that would be involved in a syndicate that was directly connected to and involved in the sexual servitude rings and human trafficking rings of children, young adults, teenagers, and even people with learning disabilities or mental challenges? How would you, honestly, at the end of the day, if you sat down and thought to yourself for 1 minute, if maybe you went online, and I'm not saying that the people with mental disabilities or learning disabilities are any more important than the other targeted individuals of human trafficking or sexual servitude rings. I'm not saying that at all. But the point I'm trying to make is this, it's like when you know how an event happens and maybe 2 or 3 people are killed and one of the persons killed is a cop. Well, we look at that, or at least the media looks at it, to where even a cop was killed, by the person who killed 2 other people and a cop. And I guess the point of what I'm trying to illustrate here is that if somebody's got the audacity to kill a cop, then they got the audacity and the mentality to go after anybody, because they got the nerve to kill a cop, is what I'm saying. Okay? Well, think about this. I mean, really think about this. If you knew what I know, and you would not believe what I know, you would not believe who I am. Okay? I'm here today, and I can look you straight in the eye and tell you that there are specific, well, I already know for a fact that the San Diego police are involved in organized stalking and gang stalking directly. I'm talking about directly involved in it, not just connected to it or possibly might protect other police officers that might be because they're ignorant and are cooperating because they've been lied to. I'm talking about they are directly connected to organized crime syndicates that are and are literally using their employment descriptions that you... Hang on a second. Let me light up my breakfast cigarette. San Diego police officers, and I'm not saying all of them, understand, okay? Now, I can't explain to you who I am in this video, okay? In order to be able to help you understand, I come from a military family, okay? And there is a lot involved in organized stalking and gang stalking. Many different types of criminalities that happen to organized stalking, gang stalking targets. One target can be picked for multiple criminal motivations. Okay, not just one like a sexual servitude ring and a human trafficking ring. They can also be picked for non-consensual human experimentation. As crazy as that sounds, just Google it. In fact, go to YouTube and type in Timothy W. bioethics issues. Timothy W. bioethics issues. Okay, bioethics issues. Just do it. And then when you look at that video and you hear what he has to say about neurocognitive weapons and brain entrainment is directly connected to gang stalking. And so are neurocognitive weapons. Go to the bottom of Freedom from Covert Harassment and Surveillance, the very, very bottom of their homepage. Look at what 3 PDF links you'll find there. Yes. So you might think to yourself, well, the description of the supposed agencies that are involved in that technology, how can they be connected to the San Diego Police Department? Because we're talking about at least rogue criminal elements that are directly connected to these syndicates at the federal, state, and local level. That's how. And at the national level from what it appears. Hold on a second. Hold on one second. Now, it's against the federal law. It's against the federal law, the federal code of federal laws, when it comes to your civil rights, for there to be any type of conspiracy against your rights. Gross negligence of duty when it comes to police officers or any other government official. And that includes senators, representatives, assemblymen, councilmen or women. Okay? Sorry. Gross negligence of duty and conspiracy under the color of authority is a federal crime because it violates your civil rights. Okay? These individuals engage in these criminalities with complete malice of forethought and criminal intent in their mind, in their heart, in their objectives, in their maneuvers, and the protection and the aiding, abetting, and cooperation of these criminalities. Understand and be clear, I'm not a stupid woman. Okay, and you would not believe what I know. Now, I can condense years of criminality that have happened to me on a daily basis, and I'm not just talking about to me personally. Like this living situation I'm living in right now is directly connected to the San Diego Police Department, it appears certain federal officers. That's right. I was literally gang stalked and harassed on a daily and nightly basis as I was hiking 200 feet from the San Diego FBI building. How can that happen? And I reported it to the FBI, and they did not do one thing about it. Why? Why? It's all you got to ask yourself. It's a simple question. We're supposed to be a country and a nation, okay, that is made up of individual states that have their own independent laws. But we are all covered by the Constitution and the Bill of Rights. That's right, and all the amendments. So, where are my civil rights? I know they're not anywhere underneath anything in this tent. I know they're not in my pocket, and I know that they're not in my daily experience, because of the criminality in reference to how some of these syndicate members have employment descriptions in the system, including judges, prosecutors, probably more than likely members of the district attorney's offices. And these expeditions are going on nationwide. There's thousands of targets right now online begging for help. YouTube, Google, petitions. You would not believe what I know. You would not believe what I know. You would not believe what has happened to me. You would not believe what I have witnessed happening to other young men and women, and even children. So, let me ask you a question. If you went to Google right now and typed in organized stalking and or gang stalking, And if you were to type in how they will either rent apartments adjacent to a target, or if they will solicit current tenants that are adjacent to a target in reference to how their apartments are adjacent to the target's apartment, in order to engage in organized stalking, gang stalking, harassment that they're told to engage in, or if the syndicated members will literally rent an apartment next to you. Because what you got to understand here is that these individuals are in the system. Basically what it is white and blue collar workers, okay, that are in the system, that are also connected to individuals in the community. And since they have employment descriptions that can definitely, and also law enforcement tools, like how they're illegally using the community notification and or the offenders notification, which are law enforcement tools that they're criminally using. And I strongly suspect they're also using the lien, which is a computer system, to stalk women and young men. That's right, which is a law enforcement tool. Okay, they're illegally putting totally 100% innocent individuals on these community notification systems so they can, in part, get the community. They tell a lie about the target, put the target on these notification systems, and then tell a lie and combine it with a lie. And then as a result, part of the people that harass the target, that sign up for these notification systems, are told a lie about the target. They're told where a target's at in real time, and then they're told how to be around the target when the target's out and about in the community, to do specific things towards the target and around the target concerning the target, to make them feel harassed, to try and run them down and wear them out, to break them like a horse. Okay? Now, if they'll go as far as renting an apartment next to a target, do you honestly think and then have them gang stalked along every single one of their routes, do you really honestly think that they will not set up a hiking area 200 feet from mine and use individuals to harass me from a distance day and night? Organized stalking and gang stalking expeditions, in part, are designed to basically harass you day and night, night and day, everywhere you go, including at your own home. Go to YouTube and type in gang stalking bullying on steroids. You'll literally hear that individual say that he's harassed everywhere he goes, that it's nerve-wracking, that he can't even go play ping pong or golf. You'll see that he's even harassed at his own home by his neighbors, who have been duped to aid and abet in these expeditions or are part of them. You know, so do they steal the rent of a target by using a syndicated post employee or one who's been lied to? Mail theft and mail delayment is all over the internet in reference to it being connected to gang stalking. Getting property owners and landlords on board is directly connected to these criminalities. City inspectors, building inspectors, probation officers, parole officers, judges, prosecutors, lawyers, doctors, social services workers. So, when a target is put out on the street, when they're blacklisted from employment, these individuals will stage a vehicle accident so a target don't even have a car to sleep in. They will literally even attempt to keep food stamps away from a target, which I believe they're going to attempt to do again over this next 45 days, because I'm up for a review, effective, well, probably more than likely the first week of October. My food stamps, which are only $19 a month, are designated to be ended by October 31st unless I apply for a redetermination. I caught them last year when I was applying for it, literally attempting to keep me off of it. Literally, flat out, directly attempting to keep me off of it. And it was caught on audio file. I also caught gang stalking directly happening inside of the social services building, which is the same method that was utilized towards me in that office. Is the same exact tactic that was caught just recently on July 24, 2013, right inside of the San Diego Police Department headquarters, on the first and only time that I had ever been there in my entire life. And almost 1 month later to the date, on August 23, 2013, right inside of the San Diego City Council chambers, when I attended a closed session. So how are targeted individuals supposed to get help when the very perpetrators that are directly, well, for one, they got the employment descriptions that are supposed to be protecting victims of crime. They're supposed to be investigating the criminality that is happening to a victim. A bird is literally 1 foot away from my tent right now. Hold on.
Hi, baby. Okay, hold on. Hi, baby. Okay.
I gotta feed him. Alright, so why I feed him. Now, if you knew what I know, then I have no doubt in my mind whatsoever that you would totally 100% believe me without a shadow of a doubt that the certain San Diego police officers are involved in these criminalities, directly involved, and using their employment description for it, and aiding and abetting cooperation in multiple ways. Okay? Now, over the last year and a half, at least, I have requested on at least anywhere between 12 and 19 separate physical occasions. I requested on between 12 and 19 separate occasions, either by 911 calls or by physical interactions with the San Diego police, mostly physical interactions. If I could make a police report concerning the fact that I'm being gang stalked, and every single last time I was told no directly to my face. Even by also a San Diego Sheriff's officer and a California Highway Patrol officer. Now, there are other targeted individuals in San Diego County. Marah Shahan, who's in Encinitas. Abani, who is in Oceanside. She's got some pretty good YouTube videos online. They're getting online and discrediting her by posting comments on her YouTube videos, trying to imply that she's crazy, which is a gang stalking method. Cyber surveillance is a direct gang stalking method. Now, I'm going to have to move from where I'm living at because of the extreme criminality between, it is very, I got to put, if I come right out and say that I believe that this property owner approached me at a place that I moved to for a day and a half, was done deliberately, I can't say that directly and flat out because they'll use it against me and say that this woman thinks that everybody's stalking her and everybody's plotting against her, and then try to make me put me in county mental health, because this is literally one of their methods. Go to Google and type in organized stalking or gang stalking and corrupt county mental health. So I got to say it this way: was the property owner who appeared on the scene within 30 minutes of me arriving in a location that you can't even view from the street? They literally arrived within 30 minutes of me arriving at this location. I didn't even put the brand new tent up yet. It wasn't this tent that I took with me. It was a backup one I took with me. They literally arrived within 30 minutes. And I made a video and I made an audio file before I left this hiking area to go there that they will use anybody, police, property owners, landlords, anybody implying that they saw me go down into the area. I made a long, detailed audio file about the tactics and methods and schemes they use to try and make it look normal appearing concerning why they're evicting a target from a hiking area. And then I go there and I'm not even there 30 minutes, and then this guy and supposedly his son show up to water plants. And then he said another thing, that he does it 3 times a week. Now, I've been going up the road that he's talking about that this area is off of, okay, for 10 full months, every single day, at least twice a day. Never saw him or his son or anybody else walking out of that area, not once. 10 full months, that's almost a whole year. 10 full months of me being on this road at least twice a day, at least. Never once saw him come out of that area. And he says he goes there 3 times a week to water the plants. In order for him to go there to water the plants, he's got to go up the road. Now, do you understand what I'm telling you? Every single day, at least twice, I've been on the road that would go right by that area. Okay? Every single day for 10 full months. Didn't see him once going to or coming out of that area once. Not once. 10 full months. Do you know how many days that is? Okay? And that's not including the days I went up and down that road multiple times. Not once. And then he arrives on the scene within 30 minutes of me being there. I mean, come on. You know? Anyways, so I'm here today to tell you, fellow American citizens, that the day I went into the San Diego Police Department headquarters on July 24, 2013, I made a video at this location showing a picture of my cell phone like I'm showing you right now. Do you see how you see the time and the date on this cell phone? Okay. The morning that I got up, and when I got dressed and everything, I got outside the tent, I locked it up. I made a video. That's right. And the video that I made, I showed a picture of my cell phone, which showed the date and the time. Okay? And I said, let's see if gang stalker, gang stalking, gang stalk, gang stalk, gang stalker, gang stalk. Oh my God, weird, crazy, gang stalk, gang stalk, gang stalker, gang stalking, gang stalk. Oh my God, weird, crazy. It said around me at all for that date at any time concerning my travel routes once I leave here up until the time I come back. And I also said at the San Diego, I believe I might have even said at the San Diego Police Department headquarters, which was the first and only time that I had ever been there in my entire life. Now, I wear a running tape recorder on me at all times, okay? And up until last night I was using an extended microphone, but I messed it up last night. Hang on a second. What? It's one of my birds. Anyways, so when I left here, this tape recorder runs by date and time. So once when I was making the video prediction file, the tape recorder was even recording. Now, so then I left here and took 3 buses to get way downtown to get to the San Diego Police Department headquarters. And it was set around me at least 25 times inside of a room that's not big at all, okay? At all. If you went down to the San Diego Police Department headquarters and walked in, once the doors open up and walk in, you'll see how small the area is. And there was multiple people in there around me, okay, saying gang stalk, gang stalker, gang stalking, oh my god, gang stalk, oh my god, weird, crazy, gang stalk, gang stalker. That's one of the main methods that they let me know that I'm being gang stalked, by literally getting around me and repeating the name of the crime repeatedly, continuously. That's right, and it was caught. And then the audio files were uploaded to the internet. Now 1 month later, almost to the date, August 23rd, 2013, the same exact literal method in the same exact way was set around me constantly inside of the San Diego City Council chamber meetings. That's right. That was caught on video and audio. The video it was caught on was with this camera. I'm making this video file right now. That's right. So then I took the video card out a few days later and went over to at UCSD when I went over there to use my laptop that I believe is eventually going to be made inoperable because they've already hacked into it. Now that is a method of gang stalking, and you can Google organized stalking and gang stalking and computer hacking, cell phone hacking as well. Okay, I took the memory card that I used to literally, when I was in the city council chamber meetings, I literally had the video recording along with the tape recorder that was recording, and the video files, separate ones, were literally catching it happening around me as it was occurring while I'm sitting in the front row in the city council chambers room with multiple reporters around me. It literally happening around me continuously and constantly, repeatedly. Okay? That's right, in that way. So I took the video card out a day or two later once I went to UCSD into the Price Center in a group study room and put the video card in my computer and uploaded every single one of those video files, and then guess what they did? They hacked into my computer and erased every single video file. But here's the thing, they left a footprint, and I'm not going to go into how they left a footprint at this time, but it was still caught on audio. So I not only uploaded those videos, but I also turned around and uploaded the audios into YouTube, into videos, and then uploaded the videos to YouTube. Now, getting around a target and constantly repeating certain words, phrases, physical gestures, and even sounds is one of their methods of gang stalking, and it's done to keep them consciously and mentally aware that they're a victim of this crime. It's how they make them feel stalked. Because you got to think about this. If a person goes everywhere they go every single day and people around them are constantly repeating gang stalk, gang stalker, gang stalking, gang stalk, oh my god, weird, crazy, gang stalk, gang stalk, gang stalker, gang stalking, oh my god, weird, crazy, and then in other words, CH, which has nothing to do with me at all, okay, then any individual that's got any ability to engage in common sense, inductive reasoning, deductive reasoning, analytical processing, or critical thinking would be able to deduce that this is being done deliberately and intentionally. And they make sure that you notice it by sitting around you, and they're not just doing these